Good morning, my friends. I just want to share something about love. And just to say that love begins at home. I think today the world is upside down and is suffering so much because there is so very little love in the homes and in family life. We have so we have no time for our children, and our children does not have time for us. We have no time for each other because we are so busy and we cannot understand how to come together. We have no time for anything. There is no time to enjoy each other. And I think if we could only bring back into our lives the life that Jesus, Mary, and Joseph lived in Nazareth, if we could make our homes another Nazareth, I think that peace and joy would reign in the world because it is that peace that begins at home. Love begins at home. Really, it begins at home. You can search it anywhere without finding it at home. Love lives in homes, and that is why there is so much suffering and so much unhappiness in the world today. Sometimes we think we will get happiness in our jobs. We get happiness in education. We get happiness in the amount we can get. Those are good. But happiness begins from within, and then it begins from home. If we listen to Jesus, he will tell us what he said before. Love one another as I have loved you. He has loved us through suffering, dying on the cross for us. And so, if we are to love one another, if we are to bring that love into life again, we have to begin at home. We have to begin from within and then without. We must make our home centers of compassion and forgiveness endlessly. Everybody today seems to be in such a terrible rush, anxious for greater developments and greater riches and so on, so that children have very little time for their parents, and parents have very little time for their children. Parents have very little time even for each other. And in the home begins the disruption of the peace of the world. It begins from there before it throws its tendons outside. People who really love each other fully and truly, they are the happiest people in the world. And we see that with our very poor people who sometimes lives in the villages. They love their children and they love their homes. They may have very little. They may have nothing, but they are happy people. May God help us, because a living love hurts. Jesus, to prove his love for us, died on the cross. The mother, to give birth to her child, has to suffer. If you really love one another properly, there must be sacrifice. And I believe, brothers, whether you are single, you have a partner, you have your wife or husband, you have children or not, let's try the best we can to begin this love at home. Then we bring it. When we have problems in our homes, we bring those problems into the society and we continue fighting. So it is my prayer that we will try the best we can so that love can begin at home. Amen. Thank you for listening.